Hi, I'm John Gannon. I'm a doctor specializing in public health medicine. I'm based in Ireland and I'm currently a specialist registrar here on the public health training scheme. I've been involved with the World Federation of Public Health Associations for over 4 years now. First, I did an internship with the WFPHA during the pandemic, which I thought was fantastic. And then I had the great honor to stay on with the organization as the chair of the Tobacco Control Working Group. And I've held that role since 2021. If I had to choose one word for hopes for the upcoming Congress, it would be inspiration. I had the great pleasure to attend the World Congress in Rome in 2023, and that was my big take home was being inspired by the speakers, the presentations, meeting people, hearing people's stories, amazing work that's been done around the world, and it gave me a sense of renewed purpose, invigoration, and energy and enthusiasm to return to Ireland and to take on more exciting projects in diverse areas within public health. And I'm hoping for the same in South Africa, to be inspired by the delegates there, with the new connections and the presentations that I'm looking forward to seeing. Change from the Congress like this for me means a renewed energy and enthusiasm to take on different projects based on what you've seen and heard and learned over the few days. And secondly, new connections, new relationships, partnerships, meeting new people. We're in such an interconnected world now that it's so easy if you meet someone at a congress like this who lives on the other side of the world to work together, to keep in touch, to remain colleagues and friends, and to share ideas with each other. So for me, it's about learning new topics, new ideas, but also establishing new relationships with people and organizations who you would never normally meet in your day to day life. I'm not sure if it would classify as a shift in the conversation per se, but one of the biggest learning points for me from Rome in 2023 was the expanding role of digital health in global public health. There were many excellent talks about this topic, and it really opened my eyes to the vast array of tools that are being developed in digital health and in AI that can have a positive effect on global health. There's obviously downsides and risks and potential to drive inequity from digital health, but I saw so many examples of the democratizing effect of technology and the amazing opportunity to use it in public health. And that opened my eyes to something I wasn't too familiar with. And even in the couple of years since then, I know it's expanded so much more. So I'm looking forward to seeing the next chapter of the evolution in South Africa next year. So I'm the chair of the Tobacco Control Working Group with the World Federation. And because we're all split around the world, we meet online regularly, and rarely get a chance to meet face to face. But thankfully, there was a good attendance from our working group at the Congress in Rome in 23. And it was nice to be able to just catch up, have lunch, have coffee, talk to each other in a relaxed environment, not on a Zoom meeting. And that really got the ideas flowing for our most recent project, which looked at tobacco endgame specifically. And we wanted to explore how young adults feel about tobacco endgame and about vapes and how they're regulated, because a lot of the discourse is from more experienced, more senior members of public health and society. And we wanted to see, what do the young adults, the 18 to 20-year-olds, think about all this. And that got us going on a research project that we carried out last year to evaluate this in a global context. And that really stemmed from just being able to have those face-to-face conversations at the Congress, which is much easier to share ideas and to get motivated to take on new things than it is to do in an online setting. I think the biggest gap for me at the last Congress was the representation of low income country delegates. And part of the issue, I think, was that it was in Rome, where a fantastic city, a fantastic venue, but harder to get visas. So I'm hopeful that being held in the African continent this time around, it'll make it easier for people to attend from other parts of Africa in particular, because there were so many talks about global health and about inequality, but the vast majority of them were given by delegates from high income countries. So I know scholarships are a big thing with the Congress as well, which is so important. And also, I'm glad that it's somewhere with hopefully less strict visa regulations to maximize inclusivity this time around. I think it's easy to be passive at a conference like this and to learn a lot and still have a great time. I don't think everybody needs to be participating and presenting to benefit out of the Congress. But I would always say if I'm at a talk or see a great speaker and they generally, in my experience, want to be spoken to after. If you think it was a fantastic presentation, just go up and speak to the presenter. They'll often give their contact details at the end of the slides. Send them an email and say, look, I was really interested in what you presented. I like this area too. This is what I'm doing. Do you want to meet up during the Congress for a coffee, or do you want to just catch up online after we leave? So anytime I think you're inspired by something or you learn something and you have something else to offer or to reply, I think just reach out to that person, because generally 9 times out of 10 they'll be delighted to receive that email and want to reach out because they're presenting it because they care about it, and anyone that they can meet in that space will be of interest to them as well. So that would be my idea. People go to a congress with an open mind of wanting to build relationships and meet new people and get new ideas and learn. So just don't hesitate. It's a short few days. Maximize it. Talk to everyone you can, and put yourself out there, and you'll be grateful for your own ambition in that sense in the long run. Just want to say that I wish all the best of luck to the World Federation for on organising this conference. I've been once before a few years ago, and it was definitely the best conference I've ever attended. So I'm looking forward to the next edition, and all the best.